What? What do you want me to say? That the Hawks are done? Season's over? Certainly looks that way. Certainly looks that way. Yeah.
Woohoo! Does it stop? We are in a snow week. Yes. Can't get any better.
Hello, welcome to Hawks Recap. The 53rd game of the season has just concluded. The Hawks dropped this one to the Flames at home by a score of 3-2. Hawks are now on a 3-game losing streak of 3 games that were must-wins, and now find themselves 7 points out of the wild card with 29 games to go. I'll get into what that means and everything, but let's actually dig into the game a little bit first. First couple minutes of this game, the Flames come out with some dominating shifts and really are kind of taking it to the Hawks, but they don't actually get a whole lot of shots through to glass. The Hawks did a really good job of blocking shots, not letting anything through. I think Osterley had about 100 shots through the first 2 periods in this one, give or take 1 or 2. But Hawks did a really good job there, and then they draw a penalty 3.5 minutes into the game, and they go on the power play. The Flames would have a couple of chances to get the puck out of the zone on this power play, but the Hawks did a really good job keeping it in. They would get the puck over to DeBrincat off the sideboards, and he would shoot it low through the 5-hole of Smith. Hartman with the screen in front. Smith couldn't really see it, and the Hawks are up 1-0. Good start to this game. That's 2 straight power play goals for the Hawks. They were 1 for 1 in the last game against Calgary, and then 1 for 1 so far in this one. That might be enough to turn around our power play woes. Just pretend we're going against Calgary for the rest of the season. Not only did the power play strike early in this game, but the PK unit had to step up as well. The Hawks had to kill off a 5-on-3 power play for about 1.5 minutes. So special teams looking good so far. The Hawks would play well for the rest of the first period. The Flames didn't really do too bad either. They had some really good shots, but the Hawks did a really good job, like I said, of blocking shots. And in the end, the Hawks would outshoot the Flames 11-6 in the period. So they would take their 1-goal lead into the second. A minute into the second period, the Hawks would make a horrid mistake. Board battle in the neutral zone. They lose it, but not only do they lose it, but their positioning is absolutely horrific, and the Flames have a 2-on-1 going into the zone. Monahan passes over to Hamilton. It goes off Keith's stick and then off Hamilton's skate and in, and this game is tied. The Hawks had been playing well up to that point, and they were still playing well, but they make one bad mistake, and in the NHL, one mistake can just be killer, and that's what it was here. It goes to show just how quick things can turn on their head. Later on in the second period, it looks like the Hawks retake the lead when Hartman kind of sort of scores a goal right in the crease there. It gets ruled a good goal. So it looks like the Hawks are in the lead, but it gets challenged for goalie interference, and, well, who knows? So Hartman was in the crease, but he makes incidental contact with Mike Smith. He kind of gets pushed into him and falls into him. Mike Smith kind of falls into Hartman, and puck is just kind of goes in and trickles in. I don't know. It was one of those situations where you'd think they would just stick with the call on the ice because it didn't seem like it was definitively goalie interference. But then again, nobody, I guess, really knows what goalie interference is. But even so, it didn't look blatant enough that it should go against the call on the ice. I think that's what disappointed me the most about this call and this reversal. So yeah, goal is reversed, no goal, still 1-1 game. The rest of the second period would kind of play out like the first. The Hawks playing well, playing decently enough to probably have a lead in this game. They outshoot the Flames 12-6 in the second period. So through 40 minutes, they've outshot the Flames 23-12. I think the Flames had 9 shots on goal through 35 minutes in this game. But they don't have a lead to show for it, and that's always troubling. Third period, pretty even game of hockey. Both teams vying for that second goal, trying to get the second point in this game. But Jeff Glass, Mike Smith, both making some really great saves. DeBrincat would hit a post in the third period. The Blackhawks would actually go on a power play late in this game, I think a little under 7 minutes left to play. But they just can't put the puck in the back of the net. They would go 1 for 5 in this game. I can't really be too mad going 1 for 5 because over the course of games, if you keep going 1 for 5, 1 for 4, 1 for 3, that evens out and you got a top 10 power play. But you just love to see the power play get a clutch goal. And that just hasn't happened at all this year. So it seems like once again we're going to be going into overtime against the Flames. But then 3.5 minutes left to play. Michael Stone puts the puck on net from the point, and Johnny Gaudreau right in front redirects it into the back of the net, and the Flames take a devastating 2-1 lead late in this game. The goal would end up getting reviewed for High sticking the puck into the back of the net. And through all the replays, although it seemed really, really close, there didn't seem like there was a definitive view that showed that it was a high stick. So in that case, I really am fine with them sticking with the call on the ice because there wasn't really anything definitive in the replays that I could see. But similar to the Ryan Hartman goalie interference call, I thought both situations were situations in which they should have stuck with the call that was on the ice. In Hartman's case, they don't do that. In this case, they do. It just seems like this is the perfect microcosm of this season. Nothing really seems to be going the Hawks' way this entire year. You can blame the refs. I don't really like to do that. You can blame other things. But even if the Hawks put up a good performance like they did in this game, in the end, they just don't get the breaks or make the breaks to make it count on the scoreboard. Sean Monahan would score an empty net goal, and then Patrick Kane would get a goal with like 5 seconds left, 6 seconds. Either way, Hawks lose 3-2. So is this season over? Yes and no. Yes, because every single sign, every single break, every single result, every other game that a wild card or playoff chasing team in the West seems to be winning night after night has shown that it's pointing towards yes. It's obvious. It's so obvious. It's right in front of me. It's right in front of us. No, because of math. And that's important because this past decade of Hawks dominance, of core players, has always shown us that they play great with their backs against the wall. That could very well not be the case this year. But until that's not the case, until they don't make the playoffs, mathematically, they've earned that sliver of hope that I still have somehow. It's the least I can give them. There's still hope. Not much. Not much. And it's getting really hard to hold on to it. But I'm holding. As long as I can. Thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I hope you enjoyed it. More than the game. Like, share, subscribe if you want. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Most importantly, as always, stay safe, make good decisions, and I hope to see you next time.